Okay, mic on. Okay. പറഞ്ഞൊക്കെ പിടിച്ചു കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഡിലീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കളയാം. ഓൺ ചെയ്തപ്പോഴേ നിർത്തിയില്ല, ചേച്ചി ഫോൺ ചെയ്യാണ്ടിരിക്കാൻ പറ്റും. അപ്പം ഞാൻ അവിടെ സ്പേസ് എടുപ്പോൾ കുറച്ച് സൈലൻ്റ് ആക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ എനിക്കറിയാം സൈലൻറ്റ് പാർട്ട് വരെ കട്ട് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന്. മിണ്ടാണ്ടേ. Let us attempt another question. This is given in the format of filling the blanks, where you will be solving it just by filling the boxes given. If 5 liter molten mixture of coa and sugar is poured in a tray, it fills to its full capacity. Find the length of the tray if its breadth is 40 centimeter and height is 2.5 centimeter. We are within the chapter. We know that we studied about the volume of cube and cuboid. We know that the question will be within that particular framework, or within those cube and cuboid. But when it comes to the question paper, or when you go to the higher classes, there are more different types of figures. So you should read the question and think about what kind of is there any word like which will help us to understand that whether it is a cube or cuboid, or whether it is a cylindrical thing, or a circular or a spherical, or anything like that. So this is an interesting part of this kind of topic and question, is that you will be having some situation which is from our everyday life. Here the mixture of coa is poured into a tray. You know that how a tray look like. I have given a tray over here, you can see. The tray is having a peculiarity that it has got its length, it has got its breadth, and it has got its depth, or we can say its height. Pouring something into the tray means, and it is filled to its full capacity. That means fully filled. So what is the shape of that particular filled material? Here it is a mixture of coa and sugar. Whether it is water or sugar or paint or anything, it will acquire the shape of the tray, which is, I know you got the answer in mind, which is having the shape of a cuboid. Why? Because length, breadth and height is there. So this is the first thing you should think about, the shape of the thing. Then it will be sometimes simply application of formula. It is given that 5 liter capacity. 5 liter capacity means 1 liter is equal to 1000 cubic centimeter. That means it will be equal to 5000. You will fill up here, and that means if it is filled completely, the mixture also will be of 5000 cc. If it is 5000 cc and it is given that the breadth of the tray is 40 centimeter, height is 2.5. So of the formula, length into breadth into height, two things are given. The length is given as, you are asked to find out the length. Find the length of the tray. The breadth is given as 40 centimeter and height is given as 2.5, and total it is 5000 cc. So length we will write as the length, and we write 40 centimeter into 2.5 centimeter the height, which is equal to 5000. And length can be calculated by rearranging this, applying the ability of arithmetic, and we will write 5000 over here and divide it with 14 to 2.500. 50 centimeter is the length of the tray. A very real life practical situation. So this tray is of length 50 centimeter, breadth which is given as 40 centimeter, and height which is given as 2.5 centimeter. Okay, we got a clear idea about it. So my dear students, I will not be doing any more sums related to cube and cuboid. You learned the formula to calculate the area and the volume of total surface area and volume of cube and cuboid, and we will go further about the concept. Here is another figure the figure of a cylinder. A cylinder is just like a drum, I would say, drum which stores water, or drum which people beat to make good sound during any celebration. Such a figure, which is named as a cylinder, having its own peculiarity. The peculiarity is that it has got a circular top and naturally a circular bottom here, which is unseen, and it has got its own height. As it is circular, it will have its own radius, the same radius over here, and will be having its own diameter, which is double the radius. These are some fundamental aspects related to cylinder. The cylinder, when I said it is a drum or it is a container for water, it can be a simple 5 rupee coin. You imagine 5 rupee coin looks like this, and it is also a cylinder, right? It has got its circular top, circular bottom, and curved sides, and having its own height. It's a cylinder. Understood? If you are thinking about a wire, which is just electrical wire or something like that, that is also a cylinder. It has got its length, which can be the height, circular at both ends. Correct? A slight doubt will, a slight difference will come in your mind. Then what about a pipe? A pipe is having a cylindrical structure, but both ends are open. Both ends are open, both ends are circular but open. So we call it as pipe. It also has got its own circular top and bottom, having its own radius, and it has got the height or length which we can conveniently use, but it also comes almost similar to the size of cylinder, but we call it as pipe. So let us go ahead. What further we should understand? This is a cylinder having its own height or length, having its own top, a circular area, having a particular radius and a curved surface. Bottom also, as I told you, there will be a circular bottom. Okay, and if I try to make you understand more about a cylinder, let me remove the top circular flat surface. I am removing it. That is circular, keep it aside. Inside you can see now it became a pipe. Inside you can see now. Understood? So the cylinder became a pipe by removing the top and bottom circular closed surface. And if I try to, what are we studying? We are studying about cylinder and then its surface area, just like cube, and its volume. That is our target. Surface area in the case of a cylinder must be the area of the circular top, circular bottom and the curved part. Why? In the case of cube, we understood whenever we talk about surface area, it is that area of that surface which is in contact with air, which can be in contact with air. So it includes the top of the surface, bottom surface and lateral surfaces. So it will have total surface area, lateral surface area, and we can total surface area include lateral surface area, the top and bottom area, right? I am making you understand. Lateral surface area will not be having top and bottom, correct? So let me cut this. I am going to develop a formula for this. We need a formula to calculate. So we will just, I am going to cut here with a scissor upon it. Spread it. Abhi kya hua? Here is a circle, the same circle here. This circle is having its circumference 2 pi r. Total length from here till here, one round. that 2 pi r became the top and bottom over here, right? And the height which we say, or length which we say in this height, became this. So when I cut open it and keep it like this, it look like this. I can curl it back and make the cylinder pipe again. If you ask me how to find out the area of this figure, it looks like length into breadth, where length is equal to 2 pi r and breadth is equal to h. So my dear students, in order to calculate the lateral surface, this area, we can say lateral surface area of a cylinder as 2 pi r h. 2 pi r into h, which will be lateral or curved surface area. I'm talking about surface area only. Volume बाद में बताएंगे. If you ask me about total surface area, then I have to add the area of top and bottom. So lateral surface area can be calculated by 2 pi r h. If you ask me total surface area, then is equal to curved surface area plus 2 times pi r square, ऊपर का और नीचे का, top and bottom. That means 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. Oh, this way it would be. Where we can write 2 pi r is common, so a 2 pi r इसमें भी है, 2 pi r इसमें भी है. Then we can simply write h plus r. This is the formula to calculate total surface area of a cylinder. Curved surface area can be calculated by 2 pi r h, and total surface area can be calculated by the formula 2 pi r into h plus r, where pi can be 22.7 or 3.14. H will be given, r is the radius of the bottom and top of the cylinder. अच्छा से समझ के जाओ. Okay, that's one thing. Let me go ahead. Be very clear about the formula 2 pi r h and 2 pi r into h plus r. I would like to write the formula once again. Surface area of a cylinder, in that having curved surface area equal to 2 pi r h, and total surface area is equal to 2 pi r into h plus r. Here is a question. A water tank of cylindrical shape, diameter 1 meter and height 2 meter. Tank is closed with a lid. The tank is to be painted internally and externally, including the lid. Find the expenditure if the rate of painting is 80 per square meter rupees either. And this is not a pi is equal to, sorry. Pi is equal to 3.14. ये आपको help कर रहे by giving the value of the pi in this case. So water tank in the cylindrical shape, total to be painted 1 meter diameter. That means we know that 0.5 meter is the radius, and height given as 2 meter, all are in meters, no problem. And find the expenditure of, if it is 80 rupees per square meter. Okay, that is also in square meter, so the unit is not an issue. So we will write D is equal to 1 meter, so R is equal to 0.5 meter, H is equal to 2 meter. All these things are given. So we are asked to paint it completely. That means TSA to be calculated, 2 pi R into H plus R to be calculated for area. In that case, 2 into pi value is given as 3.14 into R is equal to 0.5 into H is equal to 2 meter plus 0.5 meter. So naturally this will be equal to 2 into 3.14 into 0.5 into 2.5. This we have to do, which you will be doing in your own way. Answer would be 15.70 square meter. Now per square meter 80 rupees means, so we will write the total expenditure is asked. Per square meter it is 80, so we will 15.70 into 80, that much of rupees we have to give, rupees 1256 to paint it. Okay, we'll go ahead. A sink sheet is of length 3.3 meter and breadth 3 meter. How many pipes of length 30 centimeter and radius 3.5 centimeter can be made from this sheet? So it is given that the length is 3.3 meter and breadth is 3 meter. We are making pipes like this having length 30 centimeter and radius is given as 3.5 centimeter. Please remember that the units are not same. We have to convert them into meter or centimeter. Better convert meter into centimeter for convenience of doing. And we know that this circular, this will be curled to make the pipe, correct? So whatever area is that area will be converted into pipe like. So length of the pipe is given, radius of the pipe is given, then the sheet required to make a pipe, one pipe can be calculated, and how many such area are there in the given big sheet we will calculate, just like how did the concept of warehouse and box. First we will calculate the area or the surface required for making a pipe, and we will also find out the area of the given sheet. So naturally you will be getting both. So what is the first thing we will be, step 1 will be to find out the area of the sheet, and step 2 will be to find out the area, I mean the curved surface area of pipe. Pipe is not having top and bottom, and then we will be thinking about the other aspect. Okay, so in that way we will be following it. Curved surface area is like a pipe hai. This is pipe. So first one is area of the sink sheet given. It is given. We will say length into breadth we have to calculate because it is rectangular. That means 3.3 is the length and 3 meter is the breadth. And as it is in this one, these are in meters. I will convert that into 330 and into 300 centimeters will be the total this one. You can either multiply or keep it like that. And in second phase we will be calculating the sheet required for a pipe, sheet or area. Which area? Curved surface area. Curved surface area of pipe we will calculate. For that we have the formula 2 pi RH, and in this case 2 into pi is not given, so we'll calculate it as 22 upon 7, and 2 pi radius is given as 3.5 centimeter, right? So 3.5 into then 2 pi RH is given as, H is given in the question as RH is 30 centimeters, so it will be 30. I'm doing it directly to save the, it should be done on a screen, that's why I don't want double screen, it will be tough for you to follow. So these are all given in the centimeters. We have to solve this in order to get what is the area required. We will try to solve it because 3.5 and 7 are having, we will make it 10 here and we'll remove this decimal. It became 35 now because we are multiplying both 3.5 with 10, 35, 10 below also. So this will go 5 times, this will go 3 times, 15, 30, 30 into 22, 660 square centimeter is the area required for one pipe. So we know that the number of pipes can be made. Number of pipes from the sheet. We have to divide the sheet area with one pipe area. Sheet area is equal to 330 into 300. We have not done the multiplication by 660. Most of the time it becomes very useful. Why? Because 330 double it here, so it is 2 times 2 will go in this. It becomes 150 pipes can be made. Don't worry about whether it is pipe or a drum or a water tank or a warehouse or anything like that. Remember the shape, remember the formula, you solve it. That is the technique of this kind of questions, and it is interesting because it is around us, it is connected to us, it is in our day-to-day life. You are having only 4 sums in your textbook. You will do it yourself so that you will become strong enough to do this kind of sums in future too. If you think about volume of a cylinder, where you will be considering the length, breadth and height. In the case of cube and cuboid you consider, but in the case of a cylinder we have to consider the circular base to a particular height. It is as simple like that. This is a cylinder and we are trying to find out the how to calculate the volume of a cylinder. We are having radius here, we are having height over here, we are having circular base having radius r, and we are having a methodology that what we do normally, what we do is a common formula is an area of base into height. The area of base, we know that this is circular. In the case of a cylinder, naturally area of the base will be pi r square and h. So this is the formula to calculate the volume of a cylinder. बहुत जल्दी गया लगता है, तो आराम से वापस देखिए. Base into height is a formula. When we calculated the formula of a cuboid, it was length into breadth into height. In the case of a cube, it was length into breadth into height, but all are equal, so we wrote L cube. Here we wrote a length into breadth into height. Here also area of the base into height. Finished. That way the formula derived. That's why I went fast. So volume of a cylinder can be calculated by the formula pi r square into h. That is pi r square h. Height of a cylindrical drum is 56 centimeter. Find the radius of the drum if the capacity of the drum is 70.4 liter. Simple question. So we will be writing the concept of volume is applied here. So we are asked to find out the radius. So the radius we don't know, and we are given the capacity is given, that is nothing but the volume is given, which is nothing but 70.4 liter. For liter we will convert that into cc by multiplying 70.4 into 1000, because 1 liter is equal to 1000 cc. That means it will be 704 and there will be 2 zeros. Okay, this much of cubic centimeter or ml we will write as it is liquid. Then volume is given, r is asked, but the height of height is given as h is given as 56, so that is what is given over here. So we will be saying that pi r square h is equal to 70400. In that pi is nothing, it is not given, it is given as 22/7. Good, it is given over here. 22/7 into r square into 56 is equal to 70400. That means that now it is ball is in your court, you will find out r square in yourself. Understood? That means 70400 upon 56 will be here the denominator. 22 will be also, and it will be 7 over here. It became easy. 8 sevens are 56. You know, it's so easy to 22 into 8. Okay, this 8 case, I think this is divisible. We will divide it here. 8 8s are 64, 8800. So you get 8800 upon 22, again divisible 22, it is 4 times. So 400 is the radius. What is it? 400 square, r square. So not radius, r square is 400. R is equal to root of 400, which is equal to 20 centimeter. मैं गलत करने जा रहा था. R square is 400 and R is equal to 20 centimeter. You got the radius of the cylindrical drum without seeing the drum, but by applying the concept of mathematics, my dear students. So pi r square h is the formula to find out this. Okay. Radius of a solid copper cylinder is, another question is given. Radius of a copper cylinder is 4.2 centimeter, height is 16 centimeter, how many discs of diameter 1.4 centimeter and thickness 0 can be made from the cylinder melting it. Very good. Whenever the matter of melting comes, if you melt a bigger one and make smaller one, if you melt, the shape will change but the volume will be same. If you convert that into liquid, the liquid volume will be the volume of that item. Please understand, that's why melting comes over here. If you melt cylinder, whatever you get will be having same volume, maybe different shape, but here the shape of the new thing is small disc, again cylinder. From big cylinder we are making small cylinder. So the question is, how many such small can be made? So we should calculate the volume of the bigger one, then volume of the smaller one, find out that how many smaller are there in the bigger. So that means we will be having volume of cylinder, solid copper cylinder, this is bigger one. Then we will have volume of solid disc, which is also cylinder. If I calculate here, pi r square h is the formula, here also pi r square h is the formula. But we know that here it is big, here it is small, right? Volume of the cylinder having radius more, height more, because there is a volume cylinder like this, big cylinder, solid cylinder. उसको melt किया तो हम पतला पतला coin जैसा cylinder बना रहे हैं. So this will be having, so I am changing this into pi r square h to know the that is a bigger one, pi is common, this is smaller one. Now we will substitute, we have to get the volume, divide it with this volume. So why can't I write number of discs will be equal to volume of cylinder upon volume of जो बना रहे, what is a discs, disc, one disc. So pi r square h upon pi r square h, which is equal to pi will get cancelled, h and r will be different. In the case of r, 4.2 centimeter, everything is in centimeter, luckily 4.2 into 4.2 point here, that is r square, h is equal to 16 upon chota wala small disc is of radius, diameter is given as 1.4 centimeter. If diameter is 1.4, radius is equal to 0.7. So r square is 0.7 into 0.7. Height is equal to 0.2 centimeter. Write it as such. If you solve this, you will get the number. All are of single decimal wala hai. Maybe single decimal. Everything is having decimal, single decimal here, 2 units. So we will have a simple mechanism of multiplying the first one with 1000 and we can remove the decimal simply. That means 4.2 into 10 we do, so 42, 4.2 into 10, 42, 16 into 10, 160. So multiplied with 1000, here it is 7 into 7 into 2. We can solve it easily now. 7 and this one is having 7 6 are 42, 7 6 are 42, 2 3 are 6 3 are 18. 2880 number of disc. Pause here, understand what I said, re-listen. Textbook ka example hai, but textbook will not talk to you, I will talk to you, that's the difference. 200,880 discs will be made by melting the cylinder, my dear students. Very practical situation from day-to-day life, so that you will allow it, I am sure. Another thing which is mentioned in your textbook is about Euler's formula, a great scientist who discovered the relationship between mathematician who in a very young age discovered the interesting formula regarding the faces, vertices and edges of solid figures. Faces, vertices and edges of a solid figure. What are they? When we studied about the cube, I said the beginning that there are 6 faces. Corners are called vertices. How many corners are there? 8 vertices are there. Then how many edges are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can see that there are 4 edges here, 4 edges, 12 edges are there. This is a relationship between the edges, vertices and that of faces. So f plus v, in the case of a cube we will consider. In the case of cube there are 6 faces and 8 vertices and there are 12 edges and 2 we add. See, is balancing. This particular relationship was found by Euler, and it's a great mathematician of that time and a young age, and it has got a lot of application in our day-to-day life. So there is a question in your textbook to solve. To fill up this, first one is already done by us. Cube is having 12 edges. If you count these edges and vertices, you will get a formula, or you will accept the formula that f plus v is equal to e plus 2. ये proof करने के लिए, practically prove करने के लिए आपको दिया है. 6 faces are there just like in cuboid, 8 vertices are there, 12 edges are there. This is a prism. Prism means top and bottom are of same, other sides are flat. So 5 faces are the top, bottom and 3, and vertices are top 3, below 3, 6, and edges are naturally, we got an idea, the total of this will be minus 2 will be the edges, and otherwise also 9 are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here is a triangle or pyramid. Pyramid is having a common vertex here, 3 plus 1, 4 faces are there, it is already given. Then you are having 4 vertices, top 1 and 3 in the bottom, and we are having 6 edges. And as far as pentagon is concerned, 5 on the bottom, and naturally the vertex 1 on the top, and naturally it will be 6, and naturally you will be having 10 edges. Here is a hexagon, 6 sided figure, and you are having 8, it's not 6, hexagon is 6, and the faces are top and bottom, 6 plus 2, 8. The vertices are 6 at the bottom, 6 on the top, 12, and you will be having 18 edges for it. So this formula was discovered by great scientist Euler and great mathematician Euler, and this formula is named as Euler's formula. Sometime it will be of great use in practical application, in making something or speculating something. For example, this is the structure of an atom, carbon 60 carbon. These are atoms which we will study later. How this 60 atom can be arranged equal distance in the form of a using Euler's formula. So formula will help us to arrange the atom, because we cannot detect, as it is shown in the figure, we cannot detect the positioning of atom in structural elucidation. We have to do it mathematically. This appears like a football, right? So football here, the making of football, we know that this kind of side, edge and vertices are very important, so that it will become a regular football. So all these places we are applying Euler's formula in order to derive the correct dimension. So mathematics is of great application and great interest and great fun, and it is around us. We cannot live without mathematics and application of mathematics in and around us. You will be studying more about this kind of figures, formula, structure, etc. in higher classes, and you will surely enjoy those things much better if you study this now. Whatever is there to be studied in 8th standard, if you are thorough with, you will follow 9th standard easily. Otherwise, it will become tough for you. So, my dear students, it is your duty to spend time with textbook, solve the sums yourself without taking the help of guide or anything, so that you will become strong enough to face more and more competent questions in the coming years. That's all from me today. Thank you very much.